What's up, friends, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's episode because not only do I get to talk about one of my favorite sleep devices of all time, but I also get to give one away for free to one lucky viewer of this channel. So if you've been thinking about getting an 8 sleeper, you know someone who could really use one in their life, and hint, hint, the holidays are coming up, and stick around as I share with you all of the details around how to enter this giveaway. But in addition to that, there's a lot more to cover here, and I have to say the company has made some pretty big changes to their platform since I first reviewed the Pod Pro cover like a year ago. And so in this video, I'm gonna highlight some of the new and improved features you can expect from the device today, the top 3 hidden secrets on the app that I didn't know about for a really long time and maybe you don't know about, and of course the steps that they've taken to make these physical covers more durable and leak-proof. So without further delay, let's dive straight into the review. And we're gonna start with Autopilot mode, which is hands down the biggest update we've seen to the 8 Sleep platform this year. Now, I did a pretty full review of this new feature, which you guys can check out here or in the description below, but the main takeaways are these. You no longer have to think about presetting the temperature of your 8 Sleep anymore, because the pod now does it for you by auto-adjusting your bed's overnight temperatures based on a handful of different factors, including things like your real-time bedroom temperature, local weather patterns, and your personal preferences or sleep history with the pod. And what's really great about this feature, and I'm assuming future ones as well, is that these changes are not happening to the physical cover itself, but rather in the software and the algorithms that actually power these devices. So you don't have to go out and buy a new mattress pad every single time they release something new. It is literally all just automatic and immediately available to all users once they release it. I mean, it is one thing to go out and update your phone or watch every year, but no one wants to do that with their bed. So I'm pretty happy to see that they clearly thought that one through. Now, another thing I've seen improve in just the last few months, like since my last review, are their sleep insights and real-time temperature notifications. So when it comes to sleep stats, well, at first I was getting daily updates, but they were really just about like my body temperature and sometimes HRV. But since then they've really branched out with even more precise feedback on a broader range of metrics coming from their built-in sleep tracker. And so if you're the type of person who gets easily overwhelmed looking at all your Oura Ring or Whoop data in one fell swoop, then you might actually find these 8 Sleep insights to kind of be a nice middle ground. The information is definitely still data-driven, but just way more straightforward and to the point. And the same thing really goes for their Autopilot notifications as well. I am now seeing way more data-driven alerts come through about upcoming changes to the pod's temperature settings based on how hot or how cold my bedroom was in the hours right before I go to sleep. Now, the company certainly does a lot of beta testing on any of these new features before they make them public, and I've actually had the chance to take part in some of these trials in the last year, but the real test begins once everyone has access to these updates. And so what I have recently observed and really hope to continue to be the case is that even the best of features like Autopilot mode are then constantly tweaked and refined over time with the help of direct feedback and user engagement on the platform. Now, moving on to the physical cover itself, and this would not be a Type A review if I didn't address the leaking situation, because some of you have commented about this in the past, and I too recently experienced this firsthand. So just for context, the whole device is hydro-powered by a series of tubes that connect the cover to the water hub, with the water being used to regulate the temperature of your bed every night. Now, if there is even the smallest hole or puncture in the cover itself, well, then you're gonna have a little bit of a water leaking situation on your hands. And so this is actually what happened with our cover about a month or 2 back. Now, I did reach out to the company about this and they shipped me one out immediately. And when I got it, I noticed it actually looked different from the old one that broke. Now, I did ask them directly about this whole leak thing, and they told me two things, which I am going to now share with all of you. So number one is that fabric changes are already underway, so you can expect to see new and more durable covers moving forward. And number two is that if you do have an old cover and it happens to leak, then just reach out to their customer service team and they'll ship you out a new one right away. So you might be wondering, well, since you had a leak in your 8 Sleep, does that mean you just love this device a little bit less? And the answer to that is hell no. I get that things happen, and you have to kind of remember that even though they're now an international company that's also GQ approved, they're still a startup after all. Well, let me rephrase that. A startup that just acquired another $86 million in Series C funding. So given this recent cash flow, I kind of expect the whole leak issue to very much be a thing of the past. So now that that one's patched up, let's move on to the best hidden features on the app that you may or may not know about, but are definitely worth checking out. Number one is the actual temperature display. So when you open up your temperature dial on the app, it defaults to this standard number scale, with 10 being the hottest and -10 being the coldest. But you can change this. And to do so, you just click on the profile icon in the upper left-hand side, then select the 8 Sleep Labs menu, and from there, make sure to toggle on the Use Real Temperatures option. Then when you exit the section and return to your home screen, you'll then see the temp dial now reflects these numbers in either Fahrenheit or Celsius degrees. The second hidden feature is tagging your sleep habits. Now, this is another one of those new features that I do imagine will get more robust in time, but for now, you can tag any actions from your day that might affect your sleep, kind of similar to the tagging features that you'll see on the Oura Ring or Whoop. And to do this, you'll toggle over to the sleep report section, which is the little graph icon in the nav bar at the bottom. And under your sleep fitness breakdown, you'll see a list of tags you can scroll through and choose from. Things like a stressful day or a late meal. So then you can basically keep tabs on the things that may have affected your sleep over time. And number three is the IFTTT integration. So another really cool feature that I just very recently discovered are these smart home integrations, which you can find when you click on the user icon section from your profile homepage. So you'll scroll down to the bottom until you see the section labeled integrations, and then click on the smart home tab under Apple Health. Once you toggle on the IFTTT integration at the top, you can then choose from a list of different smart options, including things like start brewing coffee when the smart alarm is snoozing, or even turn on your hue lights when your smart alarm goes off. Now, you will need to download the IFTTT app to enable these features. And obviously, some of these options are only gonna work if you actually have the equipment to go with them, like hue lights and the Wemo coffee maker. But still, it's a really cool concept and something that might be fun to play with if you're into this whole smart home automation thing. And finally, if you've stuck around this long, well, I love you. And as you may have guessed, it is finally time for the 8 Sleep giveaway. So the company has graciously offered to give away one Pod Pro cover to a lucky viewer, and this is what I'm actually sitting on right here. It zips on to whatever mattress you currently have and comes with all the bells and whistles I've talked about, like smart temperature and health tracking. Now, I have had mine for over a year. Well, this is the newer one, but you get it. And I have to say, it is still my favorite sleep device to date. So if you want to enter the giveaway, simply fill out 8 Sleep's form, which you will find as a link in the description. The team at 8 Sleep is then going to pick a winner at random and ship out one of these covers to you, hopefully in time for the holidays. Again, all of the contest rules, all the details and timeline stuff will be in the description below. So good luck! I am really jealous that I'm on this side of the screen and not that one. But even if you don't win and you still want one, I've listed my discount code in the description below to help save you some money. And if you buy it with that code, thank you. It does really help support the growth of this channel. But if you're on a tight budget and you end up finding a better discount code out there, then use it. I get it. At the end of the day, I just want people to be happy and enabled with the technology to help make their sleep the best it can be, because sleep is really freaking important and has such a measurable impact on your day-to-day and long-term health. So I've talked a lot about sleep in the past, I think you guys know. And on that note, I just want to say one last thanks to 8 Sleep for not only making a dope product, but also giving one away so that one of you guys will have the opportunity to experience this as well. And a huge thanks to all of you guys for your continued support of this channel, because you have helped make this kind of stuff happen. So I love you all. I thank you. Please make sure to check out all the stuff in the description below if you want to enter the giveaway. And until then, I cannot wait to catch you on the next one.